Just 2 months ago, these workers' lives were turned upside down when the giant tire manufacturer announced its closure. Closure is a major blow to Nelson Mandela Bay's already fragile economy. Regional unemployment now faces an even steeper climb. Employees have expressed frustration.
We felt that it was heartless from the employer because we've served here so many years. Even my father works here from 1963 until 1986. So Goodyear was not just an organization, it was like a legacy, not name.
Besides the corruption and the black mindset and the system and the matrix and everything, I've been talking about, ain't nothing stresses us more in this country than unemployment rate, bro. Ain't nothing stresses me more than the unemployment rate, bro. Just look at the figures, bro. This is scary, bro. It's like 32.2% of people is unemployed in the second quarter of 2025. 35.9% of those are women. 31% of them is male or men. 46.1% of the youth is unemployed. What this basically means for the people who don't understand out there is that 33 out of 100 people is jobless in South Africa, and women suffer the most than men. And then your niggas, who is 15 to 34 years, the youth, 46 of them is unemployed. 46 out of 100 of those is unemployed. So if you were to, try to estimate, it's a crazy number, right? But then we have this thing we call the expanded unemployment rate too. So expanded is people who were unemployed but also gave up looking for a job. So I'm guessing people who resorted to crime and illegal mining. That amount is like 33% higher than the official unemployment rate. These figures are scary because if you think about how everything's been happening and how everything is going in South Africa, we literally have countries that are, we have companies that are winding down. We have companies that are literally closing down. What that literally means is that, bro, jobs are becoming so scarce, bro. It's crazy. Jobs are becoming so scarce, bro. And I actually did some research into some of the companies that is going through these phases, and I realized that Mango Airlines is also winding down after investor pulled out. So operations is declining basically, and people are obviously going to lose their jobs if they're winding down. I'm talking about people are going to lose a lot of jobs. You know what I'm saying? Goodyear SA, the tire company, is completely closed down in SA. Think of the amount of jobs. Think of how many jobs were lost just in that process. I'm talking about. Some company called Conti Tech Africa is shutting down. Stats SA counted 130 liquidations in June 2025, and a rise as the year progressed. This literally, like I said, bro, this literally means that we have a lot of people growing. Like, the country is growing. Like, I'm talking about, like, people is growing, people is getting born, people is born every day, people are growing, and people are gonna need to work. And if you think about the amount of poor people in South Africa, is great. So everybody's gonna have to work, everybody's gonna have to succumb to the system. I'm talking about, like, it's funny how these online influencers or like Andrew Tate can talk about escaping the system, but in South Africa the reality is that you can't even bro, things are so tough, bro. You can't even get into a position where you can get trapped by the system. You can't even get trapped by the system. I'm talking about. So get a regular job. You can't even get a regular job because there's no job. So it's a new type. It's a new type of rabbit hole. I'm talking about. It's like it's crime now. I'm talking about. It's almost like the system evolved. What I'm saying? I feel like the Matrix should release another movie to sort of mirror the reality. Because I feel like we're stuck on these old ideologies now. We need to, like, what I'm saying? But anyways, there's nothing to this video. So with all these unemployment rates and all these companies closing down and winding down, it makes you wonder what this really means. I'm talking about for the youth, especially. Like I said, I'm more focused on the youth. I don't really give a shit about these old ass people because they had their whole lives and they fucked it up. What I'm talking about. So jobs are basically shrinking. That's what it means. Number one, jobs are shrinking. So don't be surprised if you go out and you try to look for a job and people tell you that it's full. Because I was actually surprised that some companies actually they be just posting like job openings, but they already have people lined up for that job. Talking about, it doesn't make sense, because why, bro, LinkedIn has a demonic element to it. The youth is devastated because they cowardly parents told them that they should go to school and focus on this and that, when in all actuality y'all could have promoted doing something, you know what I'm talking about, like doing something like maybe agriculture or something, you know what I'm talking, something that could put food on the table, you know what I'm saying, like, and for those who could, maybe you could have like got your kid into like coding classes, robotics classes, or social media or something, or help your student, your kid start a YouTube channel or something, you know what I'm talking about. But instead you were told to go to school, focus, get good marks, go to university, and you'll get a good job. Some of us didn't even get that far, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't even get a skill, you know what I'm talking about, a skill that is accredited. Therefore there's less skills and less experience, so your job pool, so the amount of jobs you can apply for is almost close to none, you know what I'm talking about. And when you think about university applications and gap years, and people have to take forced gap years for 2 to 5 to 10 years, and all these matriculants coming through, competition is tense, you know what I'm talking about. Same with the job market. That's basically what it means, bro. It means the country is crumbling, it's happening fast, and this forces new routes, new untraditional or non-traditional ways of making money online, you know what I'm talking about. These new sort of ways emerge in good and bad ways. If we were to look at the good, man, we could talk about everything that, you know, these people be talking about online, which is boring, to be honest. Stuff like creating content, bro, is literally, it's not a way out, you know what I'm saying, like. And I'm not saying this because it takes a lot of effort to actually start making. No, what I mean is, bro, is you're still a slave at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. I could talk about how you could start AI driven hustles, you know, for people who are creative enough. You could maybe find an idea, you know what I'm talking about, and like use AI to sort of speed up the process. But what I really want to focus on is the bad, you know what I'm talking about, because if it's not crime, it's prostitution. If it's not prostitution, it's OF sites, which is still prostitution. And this, you know what I'm talking about. I don't blame the youth, honestly. You have this fake guru culture, people telling you to do this and that to make millions when their rent is due to. There's people out there who are still living with their parents, who have everything, bro, and they be telling you to go quit your job and start an AI hustle. Like that shit is even helping anyone. Fake ass niggas. Human trafficking, number one, especially in this country. I was so surprised to find that foreigners be trafficking their own people. Like this Mozambican woman basically kidnapped kids to come to South Africa to force them to sell vegetables on the street. How stupid can we be as a people? If I was to, bro, I've always been saying this country's gonna collapse, and it's not a conspiracy theory or me trying to be prophetic or anything. I don't have a gift like that or gifts at all. But if I was to guess, bro, probably 2030, 2035, bro. That's when you're gonna feel the heat. That's when people is gonna feel the heat, bro. Now you may think we're feeling the heat, bro. You may think Spar is too expensive. You may think ShopRite is still saving lives. 2030, 2035 is when you're gonna start feeling the heat, bro. Why? Because our currency is also fucked up. I think it's like 18 to the right now. 18 to the dollar. I don't know, bro. Currency is losing its value. Crime is going up like nobody's business. From the smallest things, bro. Smallest things. Shoplifting emakuleni to the government, to the health sector, bro. That's crime for you, bro. It's everywhere. The country losing 50 to 80 million rands a year due to transnational crimes. Transnational crimes, I'm guessing it's like stuff like trafficking or like drug, arms dealing and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about? And the youth is actively giving up in real time. The youth is actively giving up in real time. And the youth is, like I said, without the youth, bro, then we have old ass people, because you can't look at the kids, people in primary, and expect them to change anything, you know what I'm talking about. I just hope these schools are not teaching these kids a lie, telling them they're the golden generation. With how many golden generations did we have, only to get constant and systematic decline from these people? I don't understand what's going on, bro. I don't know, I just feel like I'm the only young person out there who's literally stressed, bro. about what's to come. Forget about Jesus coming, bro. It's gonna, if it happens, it happens, bro. If it happens, it may come tomorrow, it may come today. But like, what about the future of this country? How like, wouldn't y'all want to like live in a place that is as beautiful as Dubai, but in your own country, not having to move to another country to seek greener pastures? You know what I'm talking about? Wouldn't you love a country where, bro, is a country that is sort of praised for everything, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? A country that is worshipped, a country where everybody just wants to, you know what I'm saying? Not flood our gates again, because none of this Rainbow Nation bullshit. These people are so intelligent, bro. They call us the Rainbow Nation, and we thought it meant a diverse community. But in all actuality, it's just for them to push their dangerous agendas, ideologies. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. I don't want to get into that, but I'm honest at the point where I think, bro, the only person that can change this, bro, is a great leader. We need a leader. I think it's about time. We got a real ass leader. A person who sees through the lies, a person who can literally stand up at Parliament and say, fuck you all. Get the fuck out of this country. Stupid ass criminals. You know what I'm saying? A person who isn't afraid of the system, a person who can stand up against the system, a person who can tell the system to literally fuck off. And I know you know what I have in mind. Not that it's his personality. Well, this is just my personality, and I cuss a lot. It's not gonna stop. Deal with it. But if we can get a leader, if we can get a leader, proper leadership at the root, then I think it's gonna sort of pour into everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because the government's gonna start working properly. But it's a tough one, though. It's tough.